Good evening everyone and thank you for watching Ultimate Formula. My name is Kills and I'll be commentating for you tonight for the season opener of TUF2. And we are in Mexico and it is already very wet, which I was not expecting. But yeah, like I said, it is the season opener of TUF2. Should be a good one. Mexico is always a great track for racing. So yeah, hopefully exciting and it's not a boring race. So I imagine these guys will be tiptoeing out on their outlaps. This game I find is absolutely horrible to drive in the rain, especially compared to F1 2020. And it's saying weights on soft tires, that's probably a mistake, yeah, it's changed to mediums. And as I say it, DB's already spun out. We're going to see a lot of that in this qualifying session now. So let's just go on an overview of Mexico in general, since everyone's on outlaps. Oh, CH55 Max has crashed out. When I said I think we'll see a few crashes, I did not think it'd be the outlap, but it is very easy to do. But yeah, back to Mexico. I love Mexico. I think it's a great track. 17 corners, very high speed. Um, there is really two only real proper overtaking spots really, for being honest. That's just turn 1 and turn 4 really. But I mean, with TUF2, anything is possible. We could have about 9 safety cars. You know, carnage, absolute carnage could happen, which makes this division so good. And has Maddie crashed out as well? I think Maddie has crashed out as well, so that's 2 people retired already. So I think Will is the first guy on a lap at the moment. I think he is new to this division, first race, so we'll wish him all the best of luck and hopefully he can do well. It's going to be really interesting to see how the new guys stack up against the guys that are mainly at the top of this league, like Waitsy, Matty Sutton's, well, he's DNF, but generally Matty is very quick. And hopefully there's guys like Jag. Oh, no, don't. Oh, that was close. Hopefully guys like Jag maybe can even kind of have a bit of a leap this season. He's always been a strong midfield racer. Maybe you never know, he could make a jump and be fighting for the top positions. F1 Addict's also on the lap, I believe. He's been a previous Division 1 driver, so now he's made the change down to Division 2, and we'll see how he gets on as well and see how the guys can match up to him as well. So far, Porchy Dud is in P1, another new driver, with a 128.8, and then Funky in P2, 129.3, and then Trunners with a 129.3 in intermediates. Seems there's a bit of a mix with tire choices at the moment. And then Jag goes P3 with a 129.0, decent lap. And then Waitsy goes P1 at 127.9. Wow, what a lap from him. Just for the guys watching, I'm sorry that there was no sound. Codemasters being Codemasters, whenever I set a stream on this, something has to go wrong. that is not to do with my settings, so hopefully it should be okay now for you guys, fingers crossed. So pretty much everyone, bar the guys who have crashed out, have done their banker laps, besides Backmarker, Young Breezy and DBE. It is going to be very close tonight. It generally may, you know, TUF2 in general is always extremely close. Speaking from experience last season, it always creates great racing and carnage as well. So a lot of these guys are going to have to. It's going to be difficult with strategies, I find. I think, like it is generally easy to set off on the medium tires, and I think that's what a lot of people are going to do. Since it is a wet qualifying and everyone's going to have that free choice. You know, you can do a one-stop, go from soft to hard tires, but I think the hard tires in this game are just generally awful. They're just, you don't really want to be on them unless it's a situation where it's an early safety car and there's no real other alternative. So I think most guys are going to try for a two-stop. But I mean, you really have to think quick on your feet and react to the race a lot more than even real life, really. There's a lot more safety cars in TUF2 that can completely change the outlook of the race. I've had races where it's been a terrible race for me and a safety car comes out and I've won from the safety car to save my race. So there is a bit of element of luck as well. But anyway, back to Young Breezy. He is on a lap right now. I just going sector through and he's invalidated. Waits on a lap. Just through sector 1 now. Oh, a little bit wide there. Out of turn 5. Get away with it though. Turn 6. Takes that nicely. Gets a nice exit. And I think DB is actually crashed. DB is crashed out, which is a shame. The wet conditions already throwing people for a loop. Waits is keeping it nice and clean here so far. Coming to the last sector, the stadium section. He's half a second up already. Coming to the last sector. Takes turn 12 really nicely into the really tight turn 13. It feels like a million years going through that corner in an F1 car. Now into turn 16, sorry. Gets a decent exit. A little bit wobbly, but get away with it. Oh, just gets away from hitting the wall. And improves by half a second. Great lap time from him. We'll see if anyone else can match him so far. Jags is just going through turn 1 and 2 now. He's on the wet tyres as opposed to Waits being intermediate, so we'll see how much of a difference there is there. And it might be a situation where there's kind of like a crossover period right now where there isn't really a clear tyre to be on. As he's 2 tenths up, goes very wide into turn 4. And that really messes him up for turn 5. He's lost about 3 or so tenths there, I think. Into turn 6, wide again. So I think maybe it might be time for intermediate tyres. As Trunners goes, he must have moved up to P2 a minute or two ago with a 127.8. I missed that. That's a good lap from Trunners. He's one guy I'll be hoping has a decent season. He was a bit unlucky last season. Hopefully he can bounce back and have a strong opening race at least. Evan Sung now is P4 129 or 128.9, sorry. Funky's now in the lap. 31.2 in the first sector. Or the second sector. Oh no, sorry, first sector. He's now in the second sector. Takes that really nicely. Really riding the curbs here. Just about keeping it on the tracks. That is another thing that's going to be crazy tonight. Track limits. It's incredibly easy to overextend here. As he's 8 tenths up so far. So this is going to propel him right up into the top 4 even. If he keeps this clean. Now turn 16. Takes a bit too much curb, I think. But keeps it clean. It is clearly very difficult for these guys with traction. And he does a 126.5. Jeez. Now that's a lap time that is going to be very difficult to beat. As Will Simpson goes P3 with a 128.1. solid lap time from him. He's doing well so far in qualifying, considering it's his first race in the league. Evan Sung is just in the last sector of his lap. Really tiptoeing through here into turn 16. Goes a little bit too wide. You kind of want to stay away from that curb to get a better exit. And he was a 128.2, P5. Young Breezy goes P4, one with a 128.2 on the wet tyres. So it seems like these guys can't really decide on which tyre is better right now. Some people maybe think the wet tyres are better, but I think I would suggest, considering fast guys are on intermediates, that might be the better bet to go with. As Funky is 3/10 up again on his next lap. Oh, he goes very rearward there. He must have lost about a 10.5 there. It was very, very loose on the back. And the penultimate corner takes a lot of curb. Goes just wide enough to get away with it. And he was a 126.1, man. He's doing really well so far. Porty Dud is in P2, starting another lap, and he's invalidated. So just after clipping Waitsy for P2 there, he's invalidated on his next lap. There's still plenty of time for him though, plenty of time for him to get more laps in. I mean, in the wet you can really just fuel the car for a few laps. The tyre wear isn't too bad. Will is trying to find the limits of traction and over extending there a little bit. But you know, you can really fuel your car up for a few laps. And just, you know, I find with the wet weather it's a lot easier to do a few laps in a go rather than in dry on some of these tracks where it's really the first lap's the best lap, and if you mess it up you're not going to have the same pace the next lap, even if it's even a better lap just with the tyre wear. Whereas in the wet you can definitely have 2 or 3 laps of consistent at the same pace if you have enough fuel for it. So I think that's what Funky's doing, and it's working out well for him so far. I think Will might be holding up Mini Meerkat here. I know Mini Meerkat's invalidated. So I think now everyone's going to come into the pits, refuel, put on a new set of tyres and come out for maybe another 2 laps and fight out for pole position. But I mean, so far Funky at the top is kind of in a league on his own, a second ahead of everyone else. Then followed by Porty Dud, who's having a good debut so far. Then Waitsy, Will, Mini Meerkat, Young Breezy, Evan Sung, Trunders, Jag, F1 Addict, Bark Marker. But I mean, I wouldn't be too discouraged if you have a bad qualifying, because with this division anything can happen really. You know, it's not unusual to see guys in the midfield consistently getting podiums in this division. Like it's just carnage at times, in the best way now, in the best way. As Trunders is on a lap right now, he's 1.5 tenths up. Goes a little bit wide, gets away with it though. Very hesitant through here. Really easy to break traction, especially on those curbs. And he's half a second up. Nearly half a second up, so this will put him right up in P5, P6 range if he can maintain this. Just keeping it clean so far. Good traction. Now second last corner, takes a lot of curb. Keeps it tight in the exit though. And he's a 128.4, so he lost a bit of time there in that last sector, but you can always go for another lap and get it back again. F1 Addict's also on the lap. He's 6 3/4 tenths up. He's going through. Oh, he's invalidated. It is really easy to do here. Really easy to do here. Trunders is on another lap, I think. Yeah, he is. He just comes up to sector 1 split, and he's half a tenth up. If he can maintain this last sector, we'll jump him up a spot or 2 maybe, considering he did lose a bit of time in that last sector. Fnatic finished lap 3 tenths up, 129.1. He's going for another lap, maybe feels he can improve. Jag is also starting his lap now, and so is Evan Sung, who was just narrowly ahead of him. On track. Hits turn 1 nicely, turn 2 and then turn 3. Gets a decent exit there. We have a yellow flag, it's just Funky going slow. Now coming up to sector 1, what's it going to be? He's just under 3/10 up into turn 5 and 6, or 4 and 5 I should say. Keeps it nice and clean. Check with Evan. Oh, he's invalidated. Oh, he's almost lost it as well. You know, the other guys are just starting their lap at the top. Jag hasn't invalidated yet. It's looking pretty nice so far. What's it going to be? Just coming up to the sector 2 splitting now, and he's invalidated. Porchy's just under a 10th up on his time and he's invalidated. He will get another go though if he makes a round in enough time. Wazy's on the outlap, he's leaving it very late to get his last lap in. F1 Addict goes P4. That's a really good improvement from him. He's finally hooked it up on the last lap. 1.8 second improvement, man. That's a mad improvement. Will is actually a decent amount away from his best lap, so he's on a slow lap as well. Mini Meerkat is coming up to the first sector now for him, and he's a 10th up. He's a 10th up, so maybe he could get up into P5 if he keeps extending that gap over the lap. Funky's now coming up to the end of the first sector. This will be his last lap. He's no more time. And he's 2/10 down. That's going to be very hard for him to improve. But he does have a massive gap. As Waits is going to start his final lap, we'll keep up with him. Backmarker goes P6. Great lap from him. 128 dead. Mini Meerkat is 6/10 up. 6/10 up. So this will put him right around P5. Oh, a little bit loose in the exit, he would have lost time there. And he goes P5. Still, great lap from him. What's Waitsy doing? Waitsy he's slightly down in his time, so far it's looking like Funky will get pole position here today. Porky really attacking the curbs there. He's 2/10 up, so far it looks like Funky is going to be the guy on pole today. As Will Simpson finishes in P7. Porky coming around the last corner, and it's going to be a 126.8. He had a 2 3/4 10th improvement there, but it just wasn't enough for him. Waitsy's 3/10 up though. Is Waitsy going to get back P2 maybe? Can Waitsy reclaim P2 and qualify in the front row? And he can. Great improvement for Waitsy there. F1 Addict is invalidated. Mini Meerkat is down his time. Young Breezy just finished P6. Jag is slightly up and he's gone wide there. He has invalidated, but I think that will have cost him time. Oh, slightly wide there. Aaron Sung has finished in P10. Oh no, Jag's going. I think Jag's... F1 Addict finishes P4. And Jag's going to come into the pits. That's his qualifying done. So yeah, I mean, they got close to Funky, but he really ran away with it in qualifying. We'll see how everyone does in the race. Maybe it's just Funky's a mass in the wet conditions, and we just haven't realised until now. Maybe that's the situation. But I mean, from Waitsy down, it's pretty close. Like, I mean, P4 to P6 or P10, sorry, 6/10, which is crazy. Should mean hopefully we get an entertaining race. Maybe a wet to dry race, that'd be great. Or a dry to wet race. Any sort of rain makes things great. And probably lots of safety cars as well. So to run through the grid, we have Funky P1, Wasty P2, Porsche P3, F1 Attic P4, Mini Meerkat P5 with Breezy in P6, Jag P7, Will P8, Backmarker P9, Evan Sung P10, then Trunders P11 is the last of the finishers in qualifying, with CH55 Max, DBE and Matty Suddens in 12, 13 and 14 respectively. Matty Suddens is going to want to have a charge through the field. I mean, last season, for example, he definitely had the pace to win the title. He's just had a bit of bad luck, a few spins here and there, trying to get used to the new game. And he definitely has the pace, though, in this division, for sure. So we'll see how much progress he makes in the race. Apparently it's a dry race. It is a dry race. Just loaded up here now. Okay, bit disappointed. But I mean, it is Mexico. It is still a good racetrack. At least in the game. Maybe real life. Different story. As we're just going to wait for everyone to pick their tyre strategies, fuel loads. I do expect to see a lot of people on the starting on the mediums. I think if you start in the softs, you're kind of putting yourself in a corner in terms of strategy. Realistically, I think I won't be surprised if we see some guys trying a one stop as well, which could spice things up as well. But yeah, no, it should be a great race, hopefully. So just to go through the grid again, Funky P1, Lacy P2, Porsche P3, F1 Attic P4, Mini Meerkat and P5, Young Breezy P6, Jag P7, Will P8, Backmarker P9, Evan Sung running at the top 10 with Trunders, CH55 Max, DBE and Matty Suddens following. If I was Funky, I don't know if I'd want to be starting P1 with how big that first run then is, as Waitsy's on the grass for some reason. And people are smashing all sorts of brake marker barriers there, which is a bit of a strange occurrence to see. But, I mean, if that's his method of warming up his tyres, then good for you, Waitsy. You're doing something that we don't know about. That's clearly a secret weapon of some sort. So for any guys watching, don't be afraid to get predictions in the chat. I think it's going to be just too close to call, genuinely. I think the gap in divisions always kind of spreads out a little bit in the rain. But I think we're going to be in for a cracking race. Fingers crossed. And we have 5 lights right now. And we're away. Waitsy looks to get good start, but so does Funky. Funky got an amazing start. Oh, we have contact already. F1 Attic has made contact with a McLaren there, I think. I think so far it's pretty clean. Now in turn 3, Funky has kept his lead. There seems to be all sorts of stuff going on in the back here. DB is fighting with Trunders. F1 Addict's really lost out here in the first lap. He's lost 8 positions. And Mini Meerkat, something's happened to him as well. He's lost 5 positions. Will dives down inside of turn 6. He's going to just lose out on the exit though. He's going to have to follow suit now for this section of corners. Oh, Breezy goes extremely wide there. He's going to lose that position. Oh, Breezy, keep it off the grass. Porsche's battling with Waitsy now. He's just got ahead in the P2 now. And CH55 Max has got by F1 Addict. I think he might have damage. I think he does. He's going a little bit slow. Yeah, he does. He's missing an end plate. He's going to have to box for that now, unfortunately. That's his race destroyed unless there's a safety car. Funky's pulled 2.3 seconds in the first lap alone, which is crazy. And Mini Meerkat's boxing as well, so he must have damage too. Unfortunate for them. Will's going by Evan Sung just now. He's going to be a bit too deep for 2 and 3 though. Evan might get him back on the exit. But Evan doesn't get the best exit himself, and he's going to have to hold position for now. We'll see now if Porsche can close this gap up to Funky now, or if Funky's going to have the same blistering pace he had in qualifying. CH55 Max is half a second behind Trunders. He'll want to also recover and maybe get some points today. This DBE is very close behind backmarker through this section. It's impossible to overtake here unless someone makes a mistake, but they're side by side. He's going to use his ERS. And he just gets the move done. Around the outside, does he? Is there contact? Oh, there's contact! Oh no, backmarker. He's just kept it out of the wall. That's not what he would have wanted though. As Breezy's going to try and get by Evan Sung now, who's also trying to get by Will. Breezy is right by him, so either he has an amazing straight line speed setup or he's using a lot of his battery. He's going to try around the outside, it's not going to work, he's going to have to do a cutback maybe. He's got the slipstream now though. Is he going to dive it down the outside? Oh, he brakes later. Is he going to try? Oh, he is going to try. They leave each other great room, which is nice to see. He's going to have to hold back for now though. Young Breezy's retired. What happened there? What has happened there? He must have crashed out. And we have a virtual safety car. How strange. Yeah, he must have hit the wall or something, I guess. Is anyone going to go into the pits now, maybe? And try and get a cheap pit stop? No, no one is. So Funky does have a 3.5 second lead, but he is also on the soft tyres. So they are going to wear off in about 5 laps time, and that gap is going to start going down. I think Funky's kind of hurt himself here by having the soft tyres as a starting tyre. Because now these other guys are going to have fresh, softer tyres for the portion of the race where the tyre wear is less. So hopefully he has the pace to kind of deal with that threat. F1 Addict has stopped for the hard tyres, so he'll be going as long as he can, most likely to the last 10 laps of the race, and hoping there's more safety cars. So this order right now is Funky, Porsche, Waitsy, Jag. Will, as backmark, has got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC, which is one of the most horrible penalties to get in this game. It is just terrible. But Yeah, Evan Sung P6, DBE P7. He's made a bit of a recovery from his involvements in the first laps. Trunders is up to P8. Great start for him. CH55 Max P9. Sutton's P10, so he's made up about 3 or 4 places. And an F1 Attic in P13. And Sutton's is going to get by CH55 Max here quite easily with the DRS. Nothing you can really do to defend that. DRS here is crazy powerful when you're not stuck in a train of cars. As backmarkers now in the pits to serve as penalty, I'm assuming. Such a horrible penalty to get. Really, really is. Waze has kind of dropped back a bit from Porsche in P2. Maybe some sort of damage, maybe he's struggling with the first stint. But Jags is doing really well in P4. Solid effort from him so far. He is under threat a bit from Will on the soft tyres, but it's not going to be for too much longer. These soft tyres are going to wear off. And just to say that, Will got a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting. So we already have a first victim for corner cutting on lap 5, which, I mean, it is really, really easy to do. Funky does the fastest lap of the race, 1:18.7. Will might get Jag here, sorry, with the DRS. No, he does have it activated now. Can he close up and get by him? I think he's going to think better of it for now. Try and get him down into turn 4. As DBE gets by Evan Sung, DRS. Is Evan going to get moved back on him though, maybe? No, he just doesn't have it. Doesn't have the speed. Matty Sutton's is going in inside though. Oh, very close together. Oh, he's going to get the cutback though. Dive it down to turn 6. Yeah, oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, they lose a bit of traction there. Just get away with that. That was a very close call though. Turner's defending very, very hard for his PA so far. Jag has just lost it to Will, but he will get the DRS now in the main straight. I think Will should have held back a bit there, because he is now going to be under threat. And Will goes extremely deep on the exit there of turn 16. Is Jag going to get DRS? I think he will. He does. As Sutton's is gone to get Trunders now, I suspect. Yep, there we go. Very easy move to DRS as Jag also gets by Will. So, I mean, this is really what Mexico is like. If you're at similar pace and you can't break that 1 second mark, it is just like a yo-yo. Every lap, each lap the other guy is overtaken. Then it's your turn, then it's the other guy's turn. Just, it really works like that in Mexico, especially when TUF2 is as close as it is. Funky's now extending his gap to 6.1 seconds. So he looks very, very comfortable right now. We'll see how that gap changes when his tyres start degrading, and he will need to pit earlier than other guys ahead of him, or behind him, sorry I should say. His DB is looking to get by Will now. Gets a slightly tidier exit. And Will's not going to have the DRS to Jag, so he's missed out a bit here. He's going to be really vulnerable. Yeah, there we go. Easy move. Backmarker also gets a time penalty for corner cutting. So we're going to see a bit of a trend here tonight with loads of corner cut penalties, I suspect. Oh, Will goes very wide in the exit there. I think Evan Sung's going to get him now, maybe. Yeah, I think he will. He'll dive down the inside into turn 4. He does. Oh, goes very deep though into 5. Oh, just avoid each other. That was a really nice move by Evan. So I mean, so far we've had some great action with the midfield. It's a bit one-sided at the top of the grid right now, with Funky's crazy good pace. I mean, DB's already caught up to Jag. I think he'll get a move done again on the main straight. He's absolutely flying right now in these mediums. I wouldn't be shocked if he even catches up the weight seat. Oh, but he... Oh no, just as I say that, he spins out into the wall. Another virtual safety car. No. That is the curse of the commentator to the definition right there. As Will's coming into the pits to get on the mediums. Good shout from him. DB is coming in now for his wing. What a shame. He's making some real progress there as well. I mean, it's so easy to do out that last corner. Traction there is limited as it is. You're just a bit too eager. It's so easy to spin, and as soon as you break traction, it's game over really. So we've had 2 VSCs in the first 9 laps, but no safety cars yet. I do suspect we'll see one later on at some stage. I'd be shocked. I wonder if Funky will pit now, maybe just to... Yes, just to say he will, just since the VSC is out. Great move by him. He's going to go on the mediums now, yeah. And DB's got a drive-through penalty for speeding under the VSC. It's just gone bad from worse for him. In the space of 2 laps, his whole race is destroyed essentially. Very, very frustrating. Maddie's up to P5 now as well, starting from the back, so he's already made massive improvement. I mean, he's only, what, 5-6 seconds off the lead nearly? 6 seconds? It's crazy. Now it'll be very, very crucial for Funky to get through this traffic as quick as possible for him to maintain P1, which I think he will do on fresh tyres. I mean, he just has so much more grip already. And Wasey, it is worth noting, Wasey has decreased that gap a little bit to Porsche to 1.2 seconds. Matty Sutton's Evan Sung, he spun and he's lost his wing. Oh, I'm suspecting he went on the exit curb there out of turn 6 and just lost the rear. Oh no! Oh no, Funky! Oh, Trunder's hit the wall and I think Funky is damaged. Maybe he doesn't. Oh no, he does. Oh. Trunder's completely lost in the exit curb there out of turn 11. We're going to see, yeah, as I suspected, people are all coming into the pits now. Porsche's on the hard, so he's going to do a 1-stop. Wastes on the mediums. No, I think Funky's gotten away with that damage actually, which is great for him. Jag is in the pits now as well. He's gone on the soft tires, so he's definitely doing a 2-stop for sure. As the rest of the guys are in the pits, they're all put on mediums and soft tires. Yep. Porsche's the only one to put on the hard tire. He's gonna have to hope that those tires are not as bad as they are normally. And for some reason in Mexico they feel pretty decent, because he's gonna lose a heap of time to the guys behind him. Will now get the 3-second time penalty for corner put in. So the grid right now, Funky, Porsche, Wasey top 3, Jag in P4 with Will in P5, CH55 Max in P6, Matty Suddens in P7. He's lost a bit of ground there, the pit stops. But then it's Mini Meerkat in P8, Evan Sung P9, DBE in P10. This safety car is going to save him as well. He can get a decent finish from now. With Fnatic in P11 and Backmarker P12. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how this top 3 is going to play out, because I think Funky and Waitsy are definitely going to have to do a 2-stop. Because I think the safety car is going to come in this lap. So, or even that next lap maybe. So I mean, what, 24, 23 laps on mediums is going to be a really big ask. Porsche can definitely go all the way in the hard tyres, but the issue with him is going to be how much of a tyre delta is there between the hards and the mediums. And it's generally a decent amount. So he's going to have to hope he doesn't fall over the 20-second mark or 22-second mark even, and lose a pit stop. Yeah, like I was thinking, the safety car is in this lap. So Funky's going to have to really back them up here. I feel like on Mexico, you honestly want to wait until as close as the start-finish straight as possible, because that main straight is so long that, like, unless you get a crazy good restart, you're going to be vulnerable come turn 1. So he's gone out of turn 1. That's a great reset from him. Waits is going to go get, I think, P2 now with the slipstream. It's really close in the midfield as well. Mini Meerkat's right behind Matty. Waits is going to make the move now. Then turn 1 on the inside. He does. Oh, Porsche's hanging around the outside though. Oh, they make contact. Oh, very hard defending there by Porsche, but he is going to... Oh, Waits has even lost P3 now. Now it's going to be a trio battle. Jag's going in inside. Oh, Porsche didn't really leave much room there, but Jag was far enough behind he could back out. Oh, so Waitsy got squeezed out of turn 1 and ultimately made him lose P3. While Funky's already got a 2-second lead in these guys from all the fighting they've been doing. Mini Meerkat, Evan Sung is right behind Mini Meerkat. Is going to go down the inside of 12. No, he thinks better of it. Oh, CH51 Max goes very wide there. Just gets away with it though. He goes wide again. He's going to lose his place, I think, here. Oh, doesn't get the greatest exit either. But Evan is right in the back of Mini Meerkat here. He's going to get the move done, I think. No, Mini Meerkat must be using a lot of his battery. Jag is very close behind Porsche as well. Matty Suddens gets in front of Evan. Oh, these guys are fighting, I think. Oh, contact again into turn 1 and 2. Evan gets a better exit down into turn 4 though. Is he going to get it done? He does get it done. But Matty's going to stick in the slipstream. They just get it done as DBE's gone in inside around 4. Gets squeezed out by Fnatic. They do keep it clean though. And even Backmarker tried to dive it down the inside there of 6. DBE had to go a bit wide there. So a lot of battling now in this restart. Evan has just completely hit the back of Mini Meerkat there. Bit of a breaking mistake there. Oh no, DBE ran into the back of him. This really has gone from bad to worse for DBE, and he has damage as well. Oh, what a shame. Oh, what a shame. But elsewhere in the grid, Jag is going to get by Porsche, I think, here. Dives it down the inside. They leave each other just enough room. Porsche flies around the outside. Kind of gain a bit of an advantage there, but ultimately Jag will get the position with the DRS. Porsche's really hanging on for dear life now with these hard tyres, as Evan Sung is retired now. So we are now down to 11 runners, and we aren't even halfway through the race. Oh, what has gone on there? What on earth just happened to Chris? That is one of the strangest things I've ever seen in this game. And Mini Meerkat's going to get by Will, down into 12. They give each other room. But Will's going to dive down the inside of 13. Oh, these guys are really... It's great that they're giving each other room, but they're losing a lot of time. Then Matty Sutton's going to get by Will. He takes P6. He might even get Mini Meerkat here as well. Is there going to be a double overtake for Maddie in the space of 2 corners? Oh, Mini Meerkat swears the left out of nowhere. And F1 Addict's going to get by 2 of them as well now. He's up to P6. Absolute madness is going on after this restart. Mini Meerkat just stays ahead of Will. There's so much, it's just impossible to keep up. Jeez. Now Waitsy's all over the back of Porsche for P3. Meanwhile, Jag is starting to clear away from Porsche here. 1 second already in the space of a lap. So those soft tyres are working really well for him. As Waitsy's now going to try and get the DRS come next lap. I think Jag's made a bit of a mistake there. He's lost nearly 2 tenths. Waitsy's going to come out of the last penultimate corner, sorry. Gets a good exit. But Porsche's already back in the DRS range of Jag. While Matty sets the fastest lap of the race, so Matty's flying as well. Are we going to have a 3-way fight here? They're all very close to each other. Wacy's all over Porsche. Loses a bit of time there in 2 and 3. He will not get it done this lap, I don't think. He's a bit too far behind. But can Porsche get on Jag though, maybe? No, he's going to be too far behind as well. You know, DBE goes fastest with a 117.4 on the soft tyres. Porsche takes a lot of curb there in 5, a bit too much. Lost a little bit of time there. Jag really needs to clear out of this DRS range of Porsche because those soft tyres are going to go off soon. And he needs to get a bit of a gap to counteract that, really. Well, Fnatic, Mini Meerkat and Maddie are all in the 3-way battle here as well. Is Fnatic going to go for a move down here into 13? No, just not close enough yet. He's definitely going to be close enough on the main straight though, into turn 1. But Mini Meerkat is also very close behind him as well. Are we going to see a double overtake maybe? They all get good exits. Oh, Mini Meerkat spun into the wall. Yet another driver. We have a virtual safety car again. I think I need to stop commentating when guys are going around that last corner, because it seems every time I think they can get a move done into turn 1, they just automatically spin. So for all those guys, I sincerely apologise, and I will not mention anyone's name going around that last corner, or second last corner I should say. And hopefully no one else spins. And the VAC is ended and we are officially halfway through the race. We will be now entering the second half with lap 39. But we have Funky P1 still. We have Jag P2. Porsche in P3, Waitsy P4, Matty in P5, F1 in P6. Great recovery considering he had his first lap involvements. Will in P7, Backmark in P8, CH55 Max P9. And Will is just retired from the session. Has he crashed out or has he just left? I think he's just left. He's going into the pit lane, I believe. I think he's just retired. But that means Mini Meerkat's now P10 and DBE is P11. So DBE can still get a point here if he closes up to Mini Meerkat. Oh no, he will get a point, I should say, because he's going to be coming by Will now. Waitsy and Porsche and Jag, I should say, sorry, are all in a three-way fight again. This is kind of impressive pace from Porsche really to keep up with Jag on the soft tyres really. Now coming around turn 16 and 17. No one spun. Thank God for that. Now in the main straight. I think Waitsy might get a move done here if he uses his battery, which I think he will. He's gaining. Oh, is he going to get close enough? I think he might think better of it. Yeah, he does. If he gets a good exit here, he could get him then in turn 4. Oh, he's a bit oversteer though. That's not exactly what you want. Yeah, he's going to have to wait till lap 21 to maybe get a move done. So we have 6 guys out of the top 10 that have 3-second penalties. So I think penalties will play a factor into this. They are always really important. Even myself and being in TUF2 last season, there's times where I've won races based on penalties. So it is going to be crucial come the end of the race, and it will decide major point finish positions as well. So guys are going to have to be careful, they're going to have to keep it clean, try to get as little penalties as possible, which is a lot easier said than done really. But Waitsy's going to have another crack at getting by Porsche now. He's a lot closer this time. He will get DRS about now. Yeah, he has it. And he's right up the back of Porsche. He's going to make a move down the inside. Yes, he is in turn 1. Nice move by Waitsy. Oh, there's contact. Oh, Porsche kind of drove into the back end of Waitsy there. Oh, Waitsy has a messy exit. He's going to lose the place, is he? They both have DRS. Porsche's going down the inside. Oh, Porsche's on the grass slightly there. Porsche's going around the outside. Oh, Porsche literally lunges it. I hope Waitsy did not get damage from that. That was very aggressive. Very aggressive racing, which is nice to see. So Waitsy's had another failed attempt at getting by Porsche. Oh, I wonder if Waitsy does have damage. He's really dropping back. Maybe he's just lost a bit of momentum. Hopefully not. He is still in a 1 second barrier now. So if he gets a bit closer, he can get a chance of getting Porsche again maybe. No, I think he's okay. The gap is starting to come back a bit. He's 8 tenths, 7 tenths back. He might get him. No, it's just not going to be enough. If he was maybe a tenth or 2 closer, he could have. DBE's gotten a penalty for corner cutting. I think that's the second one. Waitsy could get him here though. He's very close. Is he going to go down inside? He is. And he gives no room. He's learned from the last lap. He's given no room. Porsche dives it in the inside. Aggressive again. Yeah, Waitsy's definitely struggling here to get by Porsche. Porsche's definitely not afraid to lunge it down the inside. I can imagine Waitsy being very frustrated. And Backmarker gets another penalty. So the penalties are racking up, while F1 has closed up the Matty Suddens. So we will jump on board with them in a second to see if he can get that move done. Well, Waitsy might just be close enough to get it down to turn 1. He is slightly closer than he was last lap. He's going to wait for turn 4. Probably the smarter play. As an F1 does get by Matty Suddens. Matty could get him back though into turn 5 like Waitsy might do here. I think he might be a bit too far behind though. While Matty is very, very close. But F1 has the DRS, so he might have to wait next lap to get that move back, or that place back I should say. So we have 13 laps to go and Funky is looking very much in control of this race. There will be another pit stop I think. I will be surprised if they can get the medium tyres to last over 20 laps. As Porsche went very wide there, out of turn 11. Waitsy's holding back for the main straight. But yeah, no, like I was saying, I will be surprised if they make it over 20 laps on the medium tyres. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. Safety cars and all that kind of stuff. Less fuel. As Jag is in the pits now. So he'll be putting on probably another set of soft tyres I imagine. As Waitsy's really gaining on Porsche now. He's going to get the move done. Porsche goes defensive. But it's not enough though. It's not enough. Waitsy gets the move done. Great from him. Can he get a good exit now? Oh no, he gets a bad exit. Can Porsche get the move back? No, he won't. Waitsy still holds on. Finally gets the move done. I say be well pleased with that. Yeah, just about gets the move done. Porsche can come back. Wait to be hoping to get P2 from now from Jag, who I suspect will be absolutely flying on the soft tyres if these guys are going to pit again, which I think they will. As Funky's now in the pits on the soft tyres, he's going to put on the softs. So I think that's going to trigger Waitsy to come in the next few laps. As Matty Suddens up to P3, F1 in P4. Matty's done a great job in getting back up the field. And Porsche's going to try around into turn 4 maybe in Waitsy. Waitsy does get a good exit though, but Porsche's going to be very close. I think Porsche could get this maybe. No, he thinks better of it. Just wasn't close enough. I think we might be in the stage now where the hard tyres are starting to become the better tyre. And these mediums will be starting to struggle. Yeah, Porsche's really staying behind Waitsy here. So I think I wouldn't be shocked if Waitsy goes into the pits this lap. As F1 Addicts is right behind Suddens. And yeah, like I said, Waitsy's going to be in the pits. And he's going to put on the soft tyres. We'll see what the pace of Porsche will be like now compared to these guys on the softs. Waitsy, where's he going to drop? He's going to drop down to P5 or P5. He should be okay because F1 has come to the pits as well. So Backmark is up to P4, but I suspect he'll be pitting soon as well. Jag does stay ahead of Waitsy, It's a 2.2 second gap, so it has extended a little bit there. But Waitsy is going to be in slightly fresher, soft tyres. So let's see what he can do. I think F1 Addict could get the jump on Matty Sutton's here. Yeah, I think he could. So I think that would be a good idea for him. It was a good idea for him, I should say, to come in early, get the undercut, which is actually quite powerful in this track as well, with all the high-speed corners and so on. As Jag just gets a time penalty now for corner cutting. Even there's just 3 guys right now that don't have a penalty from corner cutting, so props to you guys. It's not easy to do. As Funky does a 1:16.7, absolutely flying this guy is. I think if any Mercedes has an illegal engine, I think it might be him, considering how fast this guy is tonight. Jag is slightly extending that gap to Waitsy, as Mini Meerkat gets by Backmarker, who's now pitting and going on the soft tyres. So in a few laps, Mini Meerkat will have Backmarker in his rear mirrors, as Funky is now catching up on Matty Sutton's, and will soon be catching up on Porsche. This is really crucial, by the way, that Matty can hold up Funky as long as possible if Porsche wants to win this race. But I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately, just a big tyre delta. Just turn 16. I mean, look at that, he's so much more grip, and Matty comes into the pits anyway. I wonder if Waitsy and Jag can catch up to Porsche in the last 8 laps. It's a big ask, actually, really. I mean, they'd want to be... Porsche does get a time penalty though, so time penalties will play a factor. But I mean, it's 15 seconds really that Jag needs to close up. So it means nearly, what, it's 2 seconds a lap essentially, which is a really big ask, considering Porsche has had a really good pace on the hard tyres. The gap between Waitsy and Jag is it is going down a bit now, actually, to be honest. It's down to 1.8 seconds. Backmarker is already behind Mini Meerkat, as Funky does another fastest lap yet again. Waitsy's gained nearly 2/10 in the last sector alone there. I wonder if Jag made a mistake maybe. There's Backmarker's all over the back of Mini Meerkat, who's going very slow for some reason. Maybe trying to let Backmarker through, I'm assuming. But I mean, they lost a lot of time there, as Funky's 1.3 seconds behind Porsche in P1 already. So this move's going to be extremely easy to do for him. Send the 8 tenths already, 7 tenths. It's going to be 6 tenths. The gap is genuinely, it's falling like dominoes. Just a big tyre difference Funky has right now. He just has so much more grip. This is going to be such an easy move for him, really. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be done even before the DRS straight nearly. Porsche is defending really hard though. They're side by side. Funky had to go on the grass there. So Porsche did not make it easy for him and squeeze him a little bit, but he will get the move done at the end of the day. Well, Waitsy is 1.1 seconds behind Jag now, so this is going to be the fight for P3. They're not going to get 13 seconds in 6 laps, really. Not unless those hard tyres that Porsche has falls off a cliff, which is entirely possible, but I don't think it'll happen. But Waitsy is flying right now. He's really close up to Jag. And I think he might get the move done soon. Also, I should say actually, Jag is only 7 seconds behind Porsche. So I mean, actually that is possible. A second, just about 1.5 seconds a lap they'd probably need to get in DRS. So P2 might not be out the window yet. Especially with penalties as well to come into it. But you know, Waitsy is really all over the back of Jag here. Waitsy would be wanting to get this move done to close up on Porsche. Doesn't have the greatest exit though. He is still very close though, so he will get this done, I assume. Yeah, and gets it done even before turn 1. Very, very easy move. So now you 7.6 seconds to close in 5 laps. I think Porsche does have more penalties than him, so maybe he just needs to get within 3 seconds maybe, and he will have P2. But I mean, Porsche's doing very well on the hard tyres. They will be very difficult to deal with now, I suspect. In general, the field's kind of dispersed a little bit. The gaps are quite big compared to earlier on in the race. So yeah, I think we're not going to see too much more battling tonight in the last 5 laps, unfortunately. A bit of a slow end to generally a really entertaining race. Okay, the gap is now down to 6.1 seconds between Waitsy and Porsche. So it is coming down a decent amount. He does only have 4 more laps though. So will he get something out of this race and get P2 in the dying laps of this race? We shall see. Well, Jag isn't really falling behind Waitsy. He is keeping up with him, holding his own. Jag's been really strong tonight. Really, really strong. So we've 3 laps to go. We have Funky in P1. Looking extremely, extremely comfortable. Porsche P2 holding on his hard tyres. Waitsy in P3 chasing him down on fresh soft tyres. Jag in P4. F1 Addict with a great recovery from lap 1 in P5. Matty Suddens with a good solid fight back from the end of the grid, or bottom of the grid. Backmarker P7, Mini Meerkat P8. CH55 Max in P9 and DBE in P10. With the worst luck of any driver I've seen in TUF in a single race in a long, long time. The gap's now down to 4.5, 4.4 seconds. Can Waitsy get into DRS range on the last lap? F1 Addict is starting to close up onto Jag as well, so we're going to see a battle for P4 and P5 as well. Could be entirely possible. CH55 Max gets another time penalty. Time penalties are really racking up for these guys. It is also worth noting F1 Addict does not have a time penalty, so I wonder how much he can be propelled up the grid if Porsche, Wasty and Jag start fighting with each other maybe. He's just out of DRS range on Jag. He might get it the next lap, but he's not going to have a lot of time to do something with it, so he's going to have to make his move count. Gap's now then 3.6 seconds, 3.5 seconds, 3.4. I don't think he's going to do it, unfortunately. I just don't think he's going to get close enough. Well, F1 Addict's still hovering around this 1.3 second mark as well. It's down out to 1.1 second, 1.2 seconds. So he's going to have to do on the last lap if he can even get in DRS range. Well, Waitsy's 2.9 seconds on the penultimate lap. He's not going to get it close enough for an overtake, unfortunately. But perhaps he can get by him on penalties, which is, I'm sure, what he's hoping to do. Gap's now down to 2.5 seconds, 2.4. F1 Alex just can't seem to get close enough to Jag for DRS. Maybe he can do it this lap. He's only going, if he gets in DRS, he's only going to have 2 opportunities really. But it's not looking like he's going to get there. No, I don't think he will. As we start the final lap, we are on lap 36. Wasty, it's down to 2.1 seconds as Matty Suddens get the time penalty, leaving F1 Addict the only driver that does not have a time penalty. So props to him. It's very impressive. But ultimately the guy that was most impressive tonight is definitely Funky. He dominated in qualifying, dominated the race, was a league ahead of everyone else tonight, made it look easy. He's definitely going to be a championship contender this year if tonight's anything to go off. He will take the win very convincingly as he comes through the stadium section, comes around the second last corner, going to take it very easy. He doesn't spin out as he comes around the last corner, and Funky will win the season opener in Mexico. Great performance from him. As Porsche will come home P2, but he may drop down at penalties, which I suspect he will. Hopefully not. He comes around the second last corner. He's going to come home in P2 provisionally, and Waitsy is going to come around the corner, and Waitsy takes P2 off him. Jag's going to come home in P5 with F1 Addict getting P3. So F1 Addict sneaks on the podium after his lap 1 situations. Very impressive from him. When Matty Suddens crossed the line in 6th, then Backmarker coming across the line now. Mini Meerkat is in the stadium section. He's going to come home on P8. Great points for him. And there we go. CH55 Max is now going to come across. And there we go, there is the TUF2 season opener in Mexico. Again, really strong performance from Funky. Matty Students gets driver of the day according to the game. I think there's multiple drivers of the day here really. So many strong guys between F1 Addict, Funky, who deservedly takes the win. Just untouchable the whole night. As it is a Mercedes 1-2, so these two are looking very strong for the constructors as well. I do think the top 3 we see here is definitely going to be a familiar sight across this season and across the championship standings. So our final standings, Funky in P1 also gets the fastest lap of the race, 26 points for him. Wacy P2 rounding out Mercedes 1-2, F1 Addict P3, Porsche P4 with Jag in P5, Matty Sutton's home in P6, Backmarket P7, Mini Meerkat P8, CH55 Max P9, DBE running at the top 10, getting a point despite all his bad luck, with Will Simpson P11, Evan Sung P12, Trunders in P13 and Young Breezy rounding out the grid in P14. So, we've had a really great race here in Mexico. Hopefully we have another great race on Monday with TUF1. That will be in Bahrain. Should be another great race there. Thank you all for watching. My name is Kills again. Thank you for letting me commentate. And we will see you guys on Monday.